Welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is our special, live stream kickoff. This is our Cities Untold Lowtown live stream, launch stream kickoff. Welcome. I'm Nate. We got Sil, Toby, Mace, and Chris here. And we are ready to go into the stratosphere.
Yeah, we're so this is going to be the general setup for the stream.
We got a whole thing set up with a mic here too. So we got a
yeah, we
got
got
I got hard-hitting questions to ask you guys.
Yeah. If anybody wants to.
I mean, I did all my homework 2 minutes before thing. So.
Yeah.
Come on, Toby.
Ask Nate what episode number this is. Episode 1. of Cities Untold.
The cult.
Yeah.
Cult classic 1.
Cult classic. Oh, that'd be good.
See what he did there?
That's a certified cult classic.
Yeah.
Toby, come on, you posted in Slack about people calling it cult, and I just put it together, and I was like, oh, that's a cool title.
Yeah. Let me get people closer on that mic.
So so I don't know what exactly we're gonna do here. We have 29 minutes until we launch our 10th Kickstarter here, and I thought we could talk a little bit about who people are, what things have happened, etc. And then we hit launch and see what fun ensues.
Oh, it really is our 10th, right? Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got this is generally gonna be the setup. We'll be tracking when the Kickstarter page changes over at noon. We'll be answering questions. We have table space for demos. We got a fun build. We got a lot of stuff. Yeah. So, let's see. I think we can all agree the Kickstarter release is the premier event happening in the U.S. today.
Yeah.
Do we have anybody here in Philly, by the way? Philly is where they're having the Super Bowl.
The superb owl.
Yeah.
Chuck
Philly is not going to be here in the morning.
If cars will be flipped. And
Yeah.
Poles will be greased.
Friends are there, but not
actually,
for the Super Bowl.
Jay is down there. Yeah, for family matters.
You guys get a lot of sleep last night? Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Like
it was our first
baby.
non-all-nighter Kickstarter night before prep, 10 Ultimate Day. It was amazing.
Yeah, we actually were prepared this time.
I mean, I think Janet's only on like 3 hours of sleep, but
It's technically not an all-nighter.
yeah,
I love this lineup. You guys look like you're about to drop like a rap album.
all of the albums. So why don't we for anybody? Do we have any new viewers here? Anybody that's watched this?
We have a couple, yeah.
Why does everybody introduce themselves? Start with Sil. You want to come tell
As you
tell
leave.
the internet what's who you are and what is your dad? What is it? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who's your
Who
dad?
does he work for?
Schwarzenegger.
Who's your dad? Yeah.
Well, I'm Sil. I'm the media manager here. My father's dad. But, so he's not doing too much.
Okay.
Rotting.
Great start.
But I'm ready for this launch, so.
Okay.
How old are you?
Let's see. Trying to get the
Mace, who are you?
Trying to get the sound.
Well,
off
I'm
balance.
Mace, of course.
Uh,
That's my dad is probably watching the stream now.
how's you?
He's retired, so that's who he works for.
Us.
Yeah, he works for us.
I like how it's not even talking about us anymore.
Un-
Just talking
unpaid,
about our
unpaid
dads.
customer,
Yeah.
unpaid customer representative.
Yeah.
Toby, do you want to say hi?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Toby. Wait, where's
It's right there, that little guy.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Toby. So yeah, I do piece design work and sculpting here, and my dad probably is
It was just a joke.
My dad probably will. He's not watching the stream, but he's going to be watching the
Aw,
Kickstarter very heavily. He likes to follow a lot, and during Hellscape, he managed to get backer number 666.
Nice.
Nice.
Solid.
Right, he sat there like camping it.
Yeah,
he
he
camped
was-
for it.
Yeah.
He's a champ that way.
Yeah.
I'm Nate, and my parents are actually watching probably too, as is Grayson and Hawken and Talia, my delightful family, theoretically watching. So we got 25 minutes here. Let's tell people. I got some questions for you guys. You ready for some hard-hitting
I'm
questions?
sure we had like 40 people just check Slack.
Yeah. Go, first, what are you having for lunch? No, the hard-hitting.
I'm still figuring that out.
What was your favorite thing that you did for Cities Untold?
not all at once.
Yeah,
Like a
1, 2, 3, let's go.
my favorite thing was probably making the schedule, which sounds incredibly boring, and it can be. But
It's like a game of Tetris. Like
yeah, it's really hard to plan all this stuff out, especially when the date kept getting pushed. But it is really rewarding to see those milestones hit. It's it's a boring answer. I wish I had something like make all the goop that you see in the videos. But
No, but it's very appreciated. Like as we said, like
Don't
we
spoil
actually
that we
got.
slime people in the video.
oh, whoops! Oh.
But it is the backbone of like trying to get all the cats herded in the same direction at the same time.
Plus-
like there's no without a schedule. There's no bedrock. Like
No.
it's just we'd still be prepping like Dungeon and Doom right now. If it were-
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's been really helpful. So like that's the other. It's rewarding.
It
Yeah.
has been helpful.
Yeah.
right?
Plus, with other years, we didn't really get much sleep before the Kickstarter.
And
This
now
time,
we have
yeah,
at
it
least
was more
3
organized.
hours.
Yeah, most of the team
Yeah.
was like actually able to take yesterday off, which is kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're improving the quality of life of the entire team, which then improves the quality of work, which then improves everything the backers are getting. So really, you guys should just give all the thanks to Mace for
Well, I'll read it.
you read it.
Yeah, you guys can
There.
post it up.
She's been in the Discord recently for the hype.
Yeah, that's it. Just 2 times for the hype.
What's your name on Discord?
Griffin Mace probably. I like to switch it up, make people think my name's Griffin.
Yeah. What about you? So what was your favorite thing you did
Well,
for?
definitely all the videos we did look amazing.
I mean, how many videos we have? Like 2 or something, right? What do we,
20.
Oh yeah.
25?
22 we got uploaded over the last 2
22,
days.
you're close.
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
And there's
2
a
and
few
2.
And there's more.
still coming. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Was there one specific? If you had to like pick a favorite child?
Well, I was all about
Cover
the
your ears,
Wizard's
Jason.
townhouse until I saw the Lumber Baron's Lodge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. I just think it was a lot of fun to work with this stuff. It's really visually striking and a lot of colors, and it was great. So I'm really happy with how everything came out.
It's beautiful.
Also, Syl has been waging a war on lint. So when you're in super close on these things, it's unbelievable how these little white specks of nonsense just they keep creeping in from every side, and so it's like
This is my
between
my
every
weapon.
take, everything. Like, so we zooming in with tape and rollers and things, and then just like destroying little everywhere.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm surprised you're able to like, have 2 cats and never have any cat hair on you while you always have black clothes.
One cat is
the
black,
lint roller.
and
Yeah.
the other one I just shave.
It's actually really unfortunate. It's actually really unfortunate how much of the team is cat owners, considering.
Our cat to human ratio is
Yeah.
I didn't help.
Yeah.
So-
What are you up to, Toby?
I'm only, I won't say only at 4, but I have 2 and my roommate has 2, so it still is. It feels like a cat cafe at home, but
A cat cafe.
But without the coffee.
What Toby? What's your favorite thing that you worked on?
I'm looking at it right now. I did a lot of I did all of the roofs for the Kickstarter, and my favorite is the wizard hat
Right,
roof.
let me pretend to be.
Is this pegged together?
Yeah, sort of.
These are all prototypes.
I managed
You
to
hold
not
it
knock
up.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the paint got off on the inside, but like there's like
Yeah,
studs and
thanks.
stuff, and then like there's even stuff on the inside. It was a really difficult but fun sculpt to do.
That was challenging from geometry on up to the actual.
I wasn't looking at the camera, so there we go. And then yeah,
I remember there was a lot of back and forth about whether that would be one piece too, or if it would rest atop as a cone on the
Yeah.
plate.
ultimately it's we did 2 different roofs like this because we wanted one to be able to go nest with all the roofs, like in a corner.
Well, it's
Yes.
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that with 2 sculpts, you kind of, it makes it feel like there's more than 2 sculpts to it almost, because if you take 2 of the like non-connecting roofs and put them together, like you can do something entirely different.
Yeah.
And I guess in theory, have we built a thing where you put 2 of the connecting halves together and they're both connected to roofs going the other way? Is that possible?
It is possible. Yeah, like
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
co-joined wizard hat
Yeah.
roofs.
Wizard hat in the middle of a roof run.
Yeah. It's someone's going to do it. I mean, that's
Shared towers.
Yeah.
It's just two buildings that's sharing one tower. That'd be cool.
one of the really exciting things about this this collection of pieces is we're still discovering geometry that we didn't even know was in there. Right? Like Hamster put 3 diagonal platforms together the other day in a way that like blew our minds, and Miles found like put a little balcony on the back of the transition of the Wizard Hat roof, and there's been like, I feel like sort of each time we play we're discovering more stuff. So there's still mysteries yet undiscovered in the cult.
Yeah.
Cities Untold, Lowtown. What about
Well, what about you and Chris? Your favorite parts of the Kickstarter?
Well, so I didn't think of one yet. Chris, what are you? What's your? What was one of your favorite things you worked on?
Favorite thing that I worked on? So okay, so it would basically be. I think the messaging. I think the biggest thing was this time around I was really responsible for figuring out how we were going to communicate the way that this stuff works to people, because this is the most complicated our stuff's ever gotten. Honestly, we have more different systems than we've ever had before, and every one of those systems is. We were talking about how we keep discovering modularity and like new things we can do. That's because this stuff was designed so well, like especially like Toby like using like his architect background, and Eli using his carpentry background to like come in and figure out like how to make shapes that can go together in as many ways as possible while still being able to like support each other and stay together like as a structure, is massive. But you know, because of that, like to understand everything you can do with scaffolding, to understand everything you can do with the roofs, is a lot. And trying to communicate that to people in a way where it's easy to understand on the ground floor, and then
They're
then
not
you
daunted.
build
They
it
can
there,
they
but,
can
like,
get in easily, and then there's so much room to.
And I think we saw
explore.
that kind of happen. This is the most positive I think I've seen our general online feedback be going into launch, and a lot of it was people who, when we first announced this stuff like a year and a half ago or whatever, people were really skeptical about it and getting into it. There's a lot of people now a lot of those people are like super on board now, and I think it's because we were able to communicate this stuff pretty well.
And then show it to them.
And actually having it to show them
Michelle
instead of it
said-
just being.
Michelle said she used her
paperwork.
Lego background on this one.
We have Ray and
she did,
Casey. Ray and Casey are in chat as well.
Ray and Casey.
All right,
With-
hi Michelle.
With me and Syl, Ray and Casey are the other half of the video team.
Michelle definitely has referenced Legos multiple times. We've dissected some Lego things. She sent over some Lego pieces to be like, hey, they did this thing. How can we pull this? Like, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's also one of the neat things across the boards is people are pulling stuff from useful bits from everywhere, be it Legos or Diana the musical or whatever it may be. Like it all
It's a really good
Yeah.
show.
Your trip to Prague, it all goes into the pot and somehow ends up as a thing. I think my favorite thing to work on for this project were the pledge bundle builds. I'm just really excited at how many different things we're able to put together. Like it was super exciting. Like when you and Casey would see a new build on the table and go, "Oh wow, this looks so different from the last thing." I'm like, "Yes, mission accomplished!" Like we got a different, like using the same pieces created a pretty good range of visual variety, different types of play experiences, different types of counters. So I think you guys should be excited by all the stuff. We'll have, you'll see it in 16 minutes. You get to see the initial landmarks and districts and starters and all the component sets, and then we'll have more unlock as we go. So that was one of my favorite things. All right, so we're gonna flip the other side of the coin, the dark side of the coin. If it was two-faced, is the one with all the X's on it.
What's your least favorite part of the Kickstarter?
What was your most challenging? What was the most challenging thing you faced in Cities Untold, Lowtown?
I'm trying to think of it and I see it right now. The market stall.
Where did this go? Wait, I have an
The
extra
market
one.
stall came out so good. It's wild how much this market stall can do, though. The
Yeah,
fact that that's a modular system as well.
All right, so Toby, why was this? I mean, it's just a market stall. Why could it possibly be challenging?
Well, I never really used the material that this is made out of green stuff much before. I've mostly worked in Monster Land. Green stuff has a severe timer, and also there's like hard to really get into. So like the marker star, you can remove the top. Like it's wouldn't be like fabric covers that you can put on.
Yeah,
But, like
felt like a real textural
yeah,
felt.
and then you can remove the floor. This is what's called?
Bisque.
Yeah.
Throw it on the table.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to see where it's a good place to put it. Yeah, so this is one of the doxes, and you can use the floor for that. But like being able to like do the
Oh, we're wide open this.
with detail where you can't reach because of the beams and stuff like that, and also the heavy timer and like the consistency being so different was.
Well, you have like as soon as you mix those two parts, there's like the clock is ticking, right? It
Yeah,
starts
but
to
you can't.
harden.
Yeah, you can't even work on it until like a few minutes in because you need to wait for it to become like a little bit hard enough. Well, yeah.
So it's that part where like the armies are charging and they're like, wait for it, steady,
Yeah.
and you gotta wait, and then you have like
Yeah.
this limited period of time to like sculpt like the wind, and then hope it
Yeah.
works out, and then it
Oh,
expands. and-
Eli's here too. But yeah.
Eli!
Eli and Michelle use green stuff all the time.
Eli,
I need to
Michelle,
learn
Chuck are
this.
here. I'm sure Letitia's watching as well. She's usually on Twitch.
Yeah.
Letitia.
Yeah.
Hey,
so that's my piece.
Hey, Eli and Chuck and Michelle and Letitia, you should type into chat what were your favorite things that you worked on for whatever this is, Lowtown.
And we should also shout out. Let's shout out what they do too, since they're not here to speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Let's highlight what they contributed to this. Michelle, along with Toby and Eli, Michelle is another one of our main sculptors, and she's responsible for most of the dressing and like little detailed bits. We call her like the master of
Mistress of Minuscule.
Mistress of Minischool. There we go. She does. She's so good at like doing just incredibly tiny details. So a lot of the dressing, a lot of the accessories, a lot of those are her brainchild.
And Eli is our head of sculpting, and
Just washing the
almost
floor.
every single piece of wood Eli did, which is when you look at the amount of surface area that the amount of wood grain, it's a lot of there's a lot of wood in all wood in Lowtown. This is all Eli. And this bridge is another piece of Eli magic.
Is that more lumber to trip? Is that more lumber to trip on from the intro video?
And Letitia is our head of graphics and designed. You're about to see this page is going to go live, and you will see her work everywhere. Well, you see it if on the microsite. If anybody's seen the microsite, she was also web designing a microsite, also somehow keeping everybody on track and moving forward, also getting everything out to proofing. Really, she's like a superhuman. I don't really understand how it all happens.
Yeah, if you've been looking at the microsite, it's about to get a lot better once we hit launch, and like all the other stuff that her and Janet have been making, like behind the scenes, like graphics wise, like comes out. Because we've shown you a lot. There's a lot also that we aren't showing until the Kickstarter's actually live. It's really wild.
She also coordinated outside focus groups, and it's wild. And Chuck is here. Chuck is manning the manning customer support, which is probably one of the hardest things ever because people ask some tough questions, and there's some detail. Like it's not just like, hey, do you make dungeons? It's like, well, I want to build Castle Ravenloft, and I only have $5,000 to spend. And I only want to use things that are in black and white. What do you guys have?
Hey, I want to make Troll Skull Manor. How do I make Troll Skull Manor? You get the Lumber Baron's Lodge is the answer this time.
Yeah, that's lumber baron.
God, who else did we say? Who else was here?
Ray.
Oh yeah, Ray and Casey are both here. The other people from video team are here. Casey's like really stepped up in since she started here working customer support, and then
She's a film.
Yeah, she
Step
wanted to do
film.
film. So like over the last couple of years, she's like really stepped up on like learning and growing like super fast on lighting and camera work. So she's responsible for. She shot
Everything.
all the imagery, all the pictures, all the video. I think Aaron took a couple photos as well, but all the video work, like that was all Casey setting up and shooting. And then Ray has been on the back end churning all the videos around as quickly as possible, doing like a bulk of the editing.
And the animation, right? The
making
beautiful
animations.
ink blot intros and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between them, because like we
We
had
have
less
9
time.
minutes. Woo!
We had less time to churn videos around than we usually have, but they really managed to like efficiently, and then was still organizing everything as well, and just like staying on top of what we had to do. The team was really able to like churn around, I think, way more videos than we've ever had at launch, and I think just more comprehensive coverage in general than
Yeah.
we've had before.
So, what was your? We think your biggest challenge, or one of your multitude of challenges that?
Were there challenges?
Oh no!
Not that I know of.
Sleeping.
No, I think for me, it was because we cast pretty much all this stuff, save for a few pieces in resin. When we were shooting them, they tend to flake a lot, so I was very particular about cleaning all of the builds and making sure that all the tiny details were looking good. And
Well, you were like
It
the
was a-
last minute art department, like on top
Yeah.
of everything else. It was.
but
that
it was
last
it's a
look.
constant ongoing thing because every time you touch them, remove them, little things shift or things flake and stuff. So it was,
Mid take, it would be a mess. Like it would start clean, and like
Yeah.
2 minutes in, it would already be messy.
yeah.
Never
So
ending.
I think just and especially knowing that like we were filming this stuff so close up, you know, the smallest little millimeter becomes really large when it's seen on the screen. So
These are
Yeah,
facts.
shooting miniatures is really like a whole. It feels like a whole other like discipline from standard filmmaking.
you know,
100%.
like even now I'm like, I can see all the specs.
What, Chris? What was your? What do you think your biggest challenge?
I know.
Was-
Biggest challenge was figuring out genuinely was figuring out the messaging, and it started like before we were even doing that. Like
I'm not
the
that
whole
visible
point of
on there,
like
so.
making
Sure,
getting
here,
some
I
of the
can,
city's video.
Make sure.
I was just saying like because even that was like part of it because it was just like
When
we're
did we-
going into one of the most complicated things. We need a way to cover the basics and
When was
educate
that?
people as much as we can.
Did we do that before Gen Con?
Thank you.
When did we even
I
do
think we
that?
shot it before Gen Con and we got it up after, I believe. But it was generally a thing where I was just like, City Builder just is more complicated than Dungeons and Caverns. It just is. And I think that was generally the biggest challenge, just seeing like all the issues that people would have when they come in and like how do we address as many of these as possible.
Well, it already is more complicated, and then we made it a lot more complicated.
Yeah, if we're gonna make a more complicated expansion to our most complicated building system,
Castles.
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 Our second most complicated building system.
Yeah.
Castle is complicated to be able to do one thing.
Yeah.
City is complicated to be able to do multiple things.
There's so
But-
much in this.
Yeah.
There's so much in this Kickstarter, and figuring out how to cover all of it without going on forever, like how to actually like do it efficiently,
Yeah.
is a lot. We should talk about the painters before we launch. We haven't mentioned painting at all. We should talk about.
Are they here? Or you mean just in
they're
general,
not-
go
I
down
haven't-
the list
I
of all the
haven't-
amazing
I
people
haven't
on
seen
our
them, but we
team.
should mention
Yeah.
Hamster and Aaron because they're a big part of this.
Well, we should probably at the point just start going down the whole list of everybody too, because we
Yes.
have such an unbelievable team.
Roll
It's been-
call.
Yeah.
Roll call.
Everybody's
we have
pitching in.
6 minutes to make sure that everybody.
Gets a little
acknowledged.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Aaron and Hamster had one of the specific challenges. So they're our paint department, and they had one of the challenges of this was it slowly happened over time, so many bits. So it gave time to second guess color, because color is really subjective, right? There is no right or wrong answer. So it's like when we have a deadline, it's like, okay, let's go, let's lock it, we got to keep moving. But when you suddenly have like a year, it's like, oh, maybe we should tweak that, try the other way. And then the other one is if you're painting stuff in disparate bits, like here's one piece here, here's one piece there, one piece. By the time you get the actual whole thing collected together, it doesn't necessarily work as a whole. So there was like one of our meetings where I put like all this stuff. It was the first, I think it was one of the first district or bundle builds, like example of what it'd be. Erin's like eyes like popped out of her head and were bleeding because she saw all these all these accessories that they'd painted over the course of 6 months together in like one room in a build, and it was just like this doesn't work. It's like a thrift store. Everything is just mismatched and whatever, and like it's just like we got to like go back and go in. So they had this sort of the challenge of like we were trying to lock paint schemes so we could get pricing and do all this forever, but then actually see it together whole. It's like, wait a second, this doesn't work.
Also, always like making sure what they can do and like for a good price point and stuff like that. They spend so much time figuring out like.
Oh, and then also make it look good, but also make it something that the factory can replicate easily.
Hamster would like jam out this like gorgeous mini and it'd be like, well, it is 52 steps and we're not gonna do this. All right, so what's the version you can do with 4 steps? And they'd be like, oh, I gotta go back and do the bit. But they get unbelievable results. I have to say. The other thing, one other thing to note is that sometimes you'll look at a build and be like, oh man, it's all this like just brown wood. It's kind of like quote unquote boring. The whole point of these is we're building a stage for your miniatures, right? At the end of the day, like we want to make the cool stage where then you're playing your story and whatever. So if this brown building is a little drab, that's okay because you want your PCs to pop on there. You want the monster to be the thing that you're looking at. At the end of the day, we're kind of making the background for the heroes that are, whoever's in your story is going to be the protagonist. So that is also something to remember. Like, we'll often show a build when there's no minis in there, and it's like, oh, a thing, and then you drop. We were doing it with the, when we were shooting Warfield Village with these, Hamster had all these beautiful wargame minis that he painted, and suddenly, like, the village was there, and it looked cool, and then suddenly you drop these, right, remember when we were shooting, you drop the little red guys, and suddenly boom, boom, pop, 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 it's like, oh, this is like alive now. Like, we'd made the perfect scene. It was just waiting for the stars of the show to show up.
Mm-hmm. We should cover Janet, Tyler,
Eric,
Jay,
Carrie, Chris P.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the customer support team.
We mentioned Miles a little bit. But
Miles.
Oh yeah, Miles.
Mention,
there's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot, and we only have 3 minutes left.
We have 2 minutes.
Oh god.
Well, it's what it is. It is a we have a D&D party that has more than 5 members in it, right? Well, it's very much a D&D party, right? Everybody has this very unique, strange, multi-class collection of skills where nobody's bringing just one thing to the table, right? They're bringing multiple pieces to the table. And together, it fits together. It's this weird jigsaw puzzle where everybody's like filling in all these various holes. Fellas we didn't even necessarily know we needed.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say it's like a party, but each party member has multiple people.
Yeah. But everybody's playing 2 characters. Well, also and also just pitching in everything. It's just both creativity and good vibes and just endless amounts of effort and somehow rolling with all the punches and the surprise attacks, and it's really it's pretty exciting. I tell you, when did we do the 3x6 build?
That was last.
That was
It was on
we were shooting things.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
Last
shooting things
week.
days ago.
So we hadn't done any really like big, because we've been rapidly trying to create pieces as fast as possible. Right? Miles has been casting relentlessly, and Susanna and Paige, Aaron and Hamster painting as fast as they can. We finally had enough pieces to do something big, so we're saving the big builds for last, and it was really fun. It was Miles and Toby and I putting together this build, and when we rolled that thing in here, and it was suddenly the enormity of what we'd created was like suddenly it was tangible. It was like, wait, this is a city, and you'll see it in the intro video. After we do the little pre-roll, it pops up and there's a big 6-foot build. And it's, where are we? How are we on time?
It's less than
A minute. Okay, wait. Let's make sure
10
Jay
seconds.
is.
I don't know. Well, it's whenever Jay presses go, right?
Yeah.
Or is it scheduled? Is he pushing
no, I
go,
think he
or
has
is
to
it happening
physically.
automatically?
Oh, it's them.
Refresh.
Is it?
It's live. There we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go,
Wow,
go,
is it
go,
live?
go.
Yeah,
Get
it's
in there.
live.
It's live.
And
All right.
Should
back
we like
this
cheer or
project.
something?
I'm gonna be backer number 1. I'm gonna do it.
Nope. Then your dreams.
I always gotta wait
Start
till
a
after
set.
the
What's the
stream
cool
so
number
people
for
see
this
my
one? What should I
details.
aim for?
Aim
We're
for.
at 9 backers.
I never get to do the race.
All right.
Hey, hamster.
So
No.
Hamster,
Get
come
in
on
there.
in. We were just talking about you.
Oh, get in there. You're contractually
All right, I
obligated.
backed. We're in. We're live.
Woo! Oh, hamster, what's up?
Hey, how you
Oh,
doing?
there goes the money. Number 25.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, it says
24.
0 on my. We haven't made any money on my computer.
Oh,
Well, you have
Yeah.
a different Kickstarter that you're part of.
you're in a different time zone.
Yeah, we're in the
Woo!
cities.
All right.
So many backers.
Real life
We
hamsters
forgot to
here.
take the hamster.
Oh, we did.
All
We
right.
brought it up like last night, like
Should we
11.
take bets on
It's
how
like,
quickly we can we fund in an hour? Can we fund?
Yeah.
Who wants to give me an hour? Who gives me an hour? Can we fund in? All right. Who wants to give me 10 minutes? Who wants to give me 10 minutes?
my gosh.
No, I think
We're already
less than
1/4
a
of the
minute.
goals.
I'm less worried about funds and more concerned with fun.
Who wants to give me
Who wants to give me
3 minutes? 3 minutes. Going once. Go.
I'll buy that for $1.
Say it
A dollar. She's
What's
at
the
3.
goal
We
on
got-
setup?
Who wants to give me 2 minutes? What are we at? We're already a minute in. So if you missed a minute, you're done.
I'll say
we're,
2.
We're almost half funded according to this.
Oh
You
my
say
gosh.
10 minutes, 16, sub 3.
Okay.
How do you know your backer number? There's like a thing. They
Oh,
made
boy.
it harder to
Oh, are you
find.
supposed to be here?
We have 100 backers. Woo!
We're got our backers? Yeah, there we go. 101.
Oh, my thing says we're at $55,000.
Well,
Oh, we just funded.
you,
Oh my. Okay.
Oh, no. Sorry,
That's
100,000. I
like,
can't
oh my
count.
god, there we
No,
go.
126,000.
Oh,
Hold on.
she's moving.
Whoa, hey, whoa.
What are we?
She's moving.
25,000.
Oh my god.
Slow it down. All right.
I just, no, like the
I
bar was
can't-
like slowly moving and then it just suddenly like leapt across over here.
Whoa.
All right, there we go.
Whoa.
Funded.
All right, well,
2 minutes.
2 minutes. You almost.
All
you
right.
had it.
I was
Still
2
win.
minutes.
No, I said 2.
There we go.
All right, we did it.
I couldn't even make
2
it.
minutes. That's a holy moly.
All
That's
right,
a new
so
record.
now here's the real question. We hit 1 million in Wildlands in what, 70 minutes or something like that?
70. Do you think
It was
we
like
can
right
beat
around.
that?
I think it was like just over an hour, right?
I need to
I
back
think
this.
so. I think it was about 70 minutes.
Um,
Wow, it's doing okay.
Wait, were you fully funded? I feel like there's something. we
Hold on.
should be doing.
Mace's delivered a package that says "Party on."
Oh,
Party
oh,
on!
There's
Party
something-
on,
No,
Wayne.
there's something else under that.
Oh, is that right?
Woo!
Yeah, I think.
Hey.
Oh, hey!
Party on!
You can't do that on live television.
Pop it, pop
Can
it.
you?
Produce that.
You probably
shit.
can.
Wow.
I don't know how.
Holy! All right, we're at a quarter
All
million
right, we're gonna
bucks.
take cover.
Woo!
Are we doing
This is.
this?
We're
Is it-
gonna
is
do
it a
this.
popper?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, it is.
It's a popper? Okay.
Can I
Make
tell
sure
you?
shake it up.
Can
Oh,
I tell
yeah.
you how nervous I was after
terrible's gonna happen, I don't know.
Reliquary's launch? I was worried we weren't gonna come out of the gate strong, but this is unbelievable. We're
I'm trying
270.
to
Wait,
remember.
where's
This
our
is
butler? He usually
wild,
does
actually.
this for us.
Garcon.
Oh!
God.
Woo, party on.
Holy!
Yeah,
moly.
I knew it was
delicious,
coming, and I
non-alcoholic
still like,
grape
all right.
juice,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
never know until you know.
Yeah, give me some of that.
There's one
Grape
bottle
juice.
per person, right?
Hey,
Email
thanks.
confirmation says you're
Thank
back.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
Why is
I'm
there no unpainted
assuming-
pledges? Andrew, unpainted pledges are just under build your own.
Perfect.
Basically,
you.
so let me, yeah, I'll talk about this real quick. So the way that we're doing like the pledges basically are landmarks and
200
districts. You can
backers.
pick any of those, and they're all the same price. But because of that, we had to choose either making them all either painted
Thank
or
you.
making them all
Breakfast of
unpainted.
champions.
But there are unpainted versions. You just have to select them a la carte if you build your own pledge. There's still unpainted versions of every landmark in every district with a discount. You just gotta, if you go to the site and look at the piece catalog,
I like how
you
the
can see them
camera
right there.
just zoomed in.
We have everything unpainted like always.
Turn the labels away.
Let me know if you offer a larger pledge than 3 districts. We probably will in the pledge manager. We just can't do it on Kickstarter because Kickstarter caps the pledge at $10,000. You can't go over that.
Also, you kind of want to see what all the districts are probably before you go in. And or does everybody have? Wait, Mace, thanks for getting
Mace.
champagne.
You pay a $10 charge for so that $10 that you put in to get into the pledge manager is still money that you can put towards your sets. So it's not like an additional $10 on top of whatever you pledge for. That $10 also goes into the stuff you can get.
All right.
I'll be
Woo!
So, who was correct?
I think
Still.
so. Oh, still?
No, I said 2.
Oh, you said 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't.
said a minute from when I said it.
So you were sadly
Still,
wrong.
yeah.
I said,
All right, so to Dwarven Forge.
yeah, Dwarven Forge.
Greatest team this side of the Mississippi.
Probably.
The greatest team in modular terrain history. Congratulations,
Yeah,
everybody!
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah,
I like Mace's concept.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Just smack him in the
So-
screen.
Here's I got a list of things that people viewers. So we're coming out the gate unbelievably strong.
Oh, I have
Here's
one.
how you can help.
Yeah, no,
What?
no,
What do you got? What do you got?
No, you do your thing. You do your thing.
All right. So I'm assuming everybody that's watching is already know this, but pledge early, right? Pledge early, pledge often.
pledge off it. Yeah, make multiple accounts.
The sooner, well,
Yeah.
no, but
Make
early.
sure each one goes for count.
The algorithm wants a strong the algorithm, capital A. Like what was
Al
the
Gore
movie,
wants strong early results.
Ralph Breaks the Internet 2 or whatever. Alf. That was the second one, right? The algorithm.
Alf Go Rhythm.
Yeah, the algorithm wants a strong launch. So pledging early helps
Get
us
your
a lot.
sock
Check.
puppets out.
Yeah, basically,
Check.
the more activity there is, like early on, the more Kickstarter will like show our project to new people. So
So 2, spread the word. Duh. Like tell everybody that this is out there. Blast it out on social, retweet, Facebook, whatever that is, Insta, recycle,
Share the
reduce,
story.
reuse.
if you want
Oh.
to take, and yeah, feel free to like take any of the pictures from that website and put them on social. We're like, wow, look at how cool this is.
Blast the stuff. Tell your group. Tell your whatever. But spread the word and spread it often. Right. The more it gets out there, the more often people will see it. And then if they go visit our site or go to the thing, then they're also likely to get targeted by some of our ads, which actually end up working. So spread the word. Spread the word.
So you're just telling us to spread the cult around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spread the cult.
Yes.
Yes.
Grow the cult.
To vote for a town mayor, but now that it's a cult,
Ooh.
it's not vote
The cult
really.
leader. Yeah.
Cult
Right.
leader.
Town mayor.
The other things you can do to help us is give us feedback, right? So the page is up. Take a look at that page. The microsite is up. Poke around in that microsite. Let us know, is there something that's not clear, right? What else do you need to, on that note, I'm putting up a new channel on Slack for KS feedback so we can gather up all the feedback. But let us know what's not clear. Let us know what you want to see more of. Let us know what you don't understand, because we've done all our homework, so now we can react, right? We can get some new videos up for you. We can get some new photos. Hamster can do some alternate paint jobs, right?
Yeah, sure.
We can run some war games. We can run some other games. Let us know what other information you need to
Yeah.
get the most out of your experience. What's not clear. If people can't find it on Painted Pledges, maybe we need to make that more clear, whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm going to be making some changes to the Discord as well to
Ooh.
make information more easily accessible, including a thing that Finley brought up that I should do that I completely forgot about, and I'm doing it right now.
Finley's genius. And then
Finley is better than all of us.
tell us what you want to see us build, right? So Toby's standing by, right? Fingers at the ready to do sample builds,
Yep.
right? Miles is champing at the bit to do sample builds. Because we have all these component packs, if you say, hey, can you make a church or make a mill or make a whatever, an abandoned bandit camp, whatever you want, like let us know the sorts of builds that you might build on your table so we can build them, and then we'll gather up the packs, we can do a thing, and then tell you the recipe. Say, hey, it was this pack, this pack, this pack, this pack. So like literally, Toby's been frothing at the mouth for months to do this. So like, let us know what you want us to build. Is there what else can people do to help? Oh, and be in the comments and just be like, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, we do have more stuff that we've shot, more information we're going to be putting out over time as well, but we could always use more ideas for stuff to build. And I would say we're going to be checking everything, forums, Discord, Kickstarter comments, stuff like that. The easiest way to respond to people in real time and quickly is probably the Discord. But we've also got Jenny monitoring the forums. You can find the forums there, and she'll have like the Ask the Nidus and Night Codex Valoria will accumulate like stuff. If that's a better way for you to process information, you got that. Kickstarter comments are probably the worst way to do it, but people are going to use it, so we're gonna be there.
We are monitoring the Kickstarter
We're-
comments still.
yeah.
We got a team doing that.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah, we have people there. It's probably just not as like real time, but it will definitely get responses.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody had a question.
Janet's like, we're gonna need more stretch goals.
Yeah, we're actually hitting our stretch goal release faster than we thought we would, which is a good problem to have
It's the best problem to have.
for everybody except for
Did we hit the
Janet
first
and
one?
Letitia, who have to actually do the work for that.
Oh yeah, no, we're blazing through.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's worried.
I still remember what it was the first one was at.
First one's at 200.
Chicago Bart, which first off, incredible name, had a question. He says, "Hey, I pledged for a landmark. How do I add more to my pledge? I forgot about that. Like, I forgot how to do it. Why don't you give him a little rundown of how that works?"
Why don't I answer? You want to give the rundown? No. Okay.
There's a big. Usually, when you log back in, you know the
All right,
button
so-
that says pledge. Yeah.
You can, if you want to figure
Sounds
out,
like
if you
the least
if you
fun guy.
already know what you want, you hit the manage your pledge button, which
Yeah.
is on the right hand side of the Kickstarter page. It's on the top. Let's say manage your pledge. It's right near the top. It'd be green or blue. You hit manage your pledge, add in the additional amount, and then update your pledge. If you don't know what you want, head on over to the microsite. There is there's links riddled through the this page. It's all over the place. The first easiest one to find is in quick links, and go to the pledge builder on the microsite, and there you can browse all of the unlocked sets. I'm talking to the close-up camera. Hello, close-up
Hi.
camera. You can browse all of the sets that we have in the pledge builder. Put in what you think is your pledge level, what you think your other things you want to add. That thing will add it all up for you. Then you can go back to Kickstarter and do that same thing, manage your pledge, and say how much you want to get on there. Does that answer? Is that it? We also have a how to pledge video that can walk you through it. Also, people in comments can tell you.
Do we still have the pledge calculator?
Also, the
The
biggest thing
pledge
to,
builder is the new
Oh,
pledge
nice.
calculator. That's a good.
Nice.
Totally
Also-
asked a good question.
Oh, what's up?
Do we have a pledge calculator? Chris, take it
Yes.
away.
Yeah. So a cool thing that we're doing that's kind of new here. We've always had like a pledge calculator in our previous campaigns. This time, what we've done, if you check the microsite, is we've kind of done an evolution of that, where we've made when he was talking about the catalog of all the sets that you can browse. It basically looks and functions just like our web store. So if you've used our web store before, you'll be familiar with how the filters work and everything. And so you can literally like build a cart basically, or like a list of the sets that you're curious, or the sets that you want to get. If you make an account there, although it is different than your Dwarven Forge store account, it's a separate site, so you would need to make a new account for this.
Dude, we already broke
Um,
$500,000. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're 13 minutes in.
You can actually save.
Yeah.
You can actually save like multiple lists for pledges basically if you want to like
We're
compare
going to
them.
Vegas.
And then there's like a estimate my shipping button from that cart. So you can click that and it'll tell you like,
Vegas-
cool, put in
Vegas
your
trip?
address, tell me where you live, and I'll come to your house.
Tell me where you live.
Tell me where you live. And it'll estimate your shipping for you. And so if you don't want to have to, if you want to know, like, I want to get all this stuff, what does this look like if I get all this, then with shipping, you do that, and it'll give you, like, the amount, and then you can just go and put that amount in on the Kickstarter page as your pledge. Because basically, you're not really selecting what you're going to get right now. You're not locked into anything. What you're doing is saying how much you want to spend, and then when the campaign's over, we'll convert that into credit in the pledge manager after the campaign, which is where you will then specifically say, okay, this is for sure what I am getting with that credit, basically. And you can also add more
Wow.
credit there if you want as well.
Oh, the other thing is if you note errors or find secrets that should have been hidden or whatnot, let us know too.
Yeah.
We have an unbelievable people report sort of security breaches and holes in the armor and problems all the time to us, and we really, really, really appreciate it.
Hey, is there like... Okay, wait, what is this question? Is there a super trash barricade bundle where you can get all trash? And Dinah says...
Hey, it's not trash. That is a modular barricade.
Dinah says we should call it the Oscar pack.
I'll try.
I'm trying to think if there's anything...
There's no all trash pack.
Oh, yeah, and all those landmarks and districts, if you look at all those, even if you think you want to go a la carte, we've made walkthrough videos for every single landmark and district, and you can find them all on the product pages for those landmarks and districts.
I mean, still, how many hours of walkthroughs do we have? Like
Hours.
hours, like literally, yeah.
It's hours all the way down.
Is there a functional difference between unpainted roof dark and unpainted roof green? No, it's the exact same thing. It's the exact same
It's
thing.
the same pack.
Don't worry about it. It was like it's in there doubly It was some sort of
Stratos.
spreadsheet managing thing. I don't know. But those are the same thing. It'll be the exact same set, whether it's the green or the dark version if you go unpainted. Does the $10? Yeah, the $10 to get into the pledge manager does count as credit that you can use to get sets. It's not like an additional $10 charge on top of the sets you get or anything.
Shad Ross just congratulated us, has pledged and said, 90% of my ads for the last months have just been DF. I've been driving. It's been hammering.
Same.
On the
It's good.
Kickstarter page, the expand listing of stretch goals does not work currently. Have we just
what?
not uploaded? On the Kickstarter page, the expand listing of stretch goals does not work currently. I don't know what that
So
means. Yeah,
if
you
they
go and
click,
check into that.
can they clarify it? If they click through, is that what they mean? Oh, it doesn't click here.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Right
Okay,
now.
so let's get on fixing that. What's the big difference between the amount of landmarks and districts? We have more landmarks at launch than districts, just because. Hey, if you like those landmarks and districts, we have more. And basically, every $1 million, you're going to be unlocking some sets that will let us have more landmark and district options. But the ones that are available right now are ones that we could make with the sets that are all starting off like unlocked, basically.
Well, and the goal was we didn't want to make too many districts and landmarks, and they wanted each one to have a unique identity. So we did. I mean, we could, conceptually, because it's all component sets, we could just make dozens and dozens and dozens, but it'd be too hard.
Well, that'd be
to fill.
what the sample goals are for.
Exactly, that's what Toby said. So if there's something man, I wish there was a landmark that was whatever. Ask us what you want to see build. We'll build it out and show you what the recipe is, and then you can pledge for those packs. Or you could get a landmark that's close, and then get the couple other packs that you need to build that thing. But there will be more. There will be more landmarks and districts unlocking as we go, as well as we haven't hammered out the completionist yet. I thought it was going to be able to be a single district. I think it's going to be a double district to actually get everything in. So we're working on a pledge that'll get you every single sculpt. Obviously, we're not entirely sure what all we're going to unlock, so the second half of it might wait, but whatever. But we are working on it. So if you're like, listen, I need to get every single sculpted piece that you guys are making, we're going to have an answer for you. Pledge at the double district if that's what you need, and we will have something that will get you every single sculpt.
Yeah, why
The double completionist of it.
not? Curly, Larry, Shem, Bitmo.
All of them. Other questions? What is? Oh, I'm gonna get this. And it also, thanks for pointing out the thing that was broken. That's exactly what we need.
Something was broken.
There's no click through.
Can I get a district like Lumber Baron's Lodge with different colored roofs? Best way to do that
No.
would be on the microsite, the pledge builder. There's a
I
filter
pledge for
that will
starters.
literally just show you all the sets that are. There's an option for every landmark and district that will, if you click on that filter, basically just put everything that's in that pledge on the list, and you would just take out those roofs and then put in the other colored roofs, basically. So you can customize like from
Or
there.
pledge for the Lumber Baron's Lodge and then just get the extra roofs because you're gonna save. You're gonna save in the bundle discount. You just get some green roofs.
Is this built at double districts? This is just a free build, right?
This was so. This. Oh, let's take a look at this.
Miles.
Hey!
Miles.
Whoa!
Miles.
Looking
You're
sharp.
fancy. Hey, we got a sniper cam here. Yeah, we're gonna film you, Miles. You can't see anything in pitch dark, so come on into it. Miles is rolled in and is in full wizard regalia.
Yes.
Oh wait! Talk to me about your chainmail choker necktie. What is?
Yeah, no, I just
And you made that, I'm sure.
yeah. Honestly, I was just fiddling around, had some steel wire, so
Just fiddling around and ended up
some
with
little
some chainmail.
chainmail
That's it,
piece
we're-
and added some copper for extra color. It's got little green beads. You
yes.
can't really see it on there, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Somebody
Fine.
named Taco Sun King is saying I'm a Miles fan first and a Dwarven Forge employee second.
It's to be
Sounds suspicious,
honestly.
honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I.
Well, you've already hit 600K.
Woo! So this bill was this was the cover image for the project. Actually, you can kind of see on the left window, right window, and the goal here was to frame Toby nicely. was to create a bunch of negative space in the middle to put a logo in. But I was trying to showcase Lowtown and a little of like, hey, what are all sort of the classic iconic bits of Lowtown, and trying to work in as much stuff as we could.
I said it's iconic.
It is iconic. And it is not, it was an absolute free build because I couldn't do it with sets. I was trying to make it as minimal as possible. Obviously, this is not minimal, but like I was trying to streamline it down and have it be, have a nice silhouette, show all the Lowtown stuff with as few pieces as possible. So it's just an absolute free build. But we could build something like this with component packs to figure out if you wanted, I don't know, if it was a thing.
Nobody talking about that terrain shoreline is nice. Oh yeah, the shoreline terrain trays and the seawalls are excellent.
Oh, they're in here.
Oh, you're talking about like the shoreline? Yeah, the shoreline on the
Oh,
right
yeah,
side.
I
We're
see
actually using the new shoreline terrain
Mm.
trays.
A little hard to show because they're built on, but we have our new breakers, the shoreline breakers. We have straight, convex, and concave, and then they feed into these. We have the mud bank ones on these sides, so you can do like a cool. And these will be the same. The back sides or the edges, the back edges of these are the same color as your Mountain Lake bits and Raging River bits from Wildlands, so you can just expand your Raging River from Wildlands into an ocean. What? Frontier Outpost video is not working.
I'll mess with Letitia. It just might not have gotten.
Yeah.
It is uploaded. It is there though.
I mean, can we celebrate the fact that we have walkthrough videos for every single pledge at launch?
Yes, we can.
We've never had. We've never started like that. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, if you see stuff like that, let us know because we do. There should be a video walkthrough for every single landmark and district. So they do exist. If it's not there, it's probably just like slip through the cracks or something. But it'll be there.
I saw a question I liked.
Ooh, tell us.
Are there minis in this one?
Are there?
I don't know. Let's flip this cool guy around on the bridge. You can see the slick. Flip the pose around.
Well, you know the
What's my favorite
the
guy?
minis don't get. We're gonna unlock the minis at 2 million.
Yes. Oh,
Because they're a.
he's stuck
You
on
can
there.
flip around. I just put a little light Y6.
Oh, yeah,
so
my
she
favorite
wouldn't-
guy.
that's
is
a
here.
little behind the scenes thing.
Yeah. Who painted those minis?
A really cool rodent.
Yeah, we have 8 a really fun collection of 8 non-human.
Yeah,
townsfolk.
non-human townsfolk to complement the current townsfolk sets that we have. There's a dragonborn, there's a dwarf, there's a halfling, there's a
Gnome.
half-orc, yeah, gnome,
And the best one, the fat cat.
Tabaxi.
and the tabaxi with the
Tabaxi,
broom. Yeah,
Yeah.
great poses. They're great minis.
They're really fun, and they're expertly painted.
Yes.
Well sculpted by Drew Williams.
Yeah, awesome poses.
Great, cool concept.
Just
art
the right
by,
level of detail. I think they'd be fun
Rachel
to get
Denton.
unpainted and paint. I think
Yes.
they're.
Well, having
they're just
you painted
enough,
a
yeah.
whole bunch of them, right?
I painted all of them on Hamster's Hobby Hang. So yeah, we spent a lot of time together on Thursdays painting
I'll
those
try
out.
painting one. It's
Yeah.
fun.
We got plenty of prototypes if,
Yeah.
if people
Can I
want
paint
to paint
the
stuff.
Tabaxi one?
Yeah,
I haven't been on a hobby hang in a while. So,
yeah, for sure.
What's nice is they're not too heavily detailed. Like
Right.
we're trying to make it something that would be paintable at a factory level. So they have enough details to give them personality, but they're not like dripping in all this little tiny stuff that's really hard.
Yeah,
to
there's just enough separation to like make a cool, impactful miniature. Especially, it was fun to do a lot of bold colors on them, like that nice blue dragonborn against the backdrop of Cities Untold, Lowtown.
She's been the star of the.
Yeah.
She shows up everywhere.
I just love that
Like-
pose. It's super dynamic.
What's she doing? What's
Yeah.
she up to?
Mysterious.
I can totally imagine her like in front of a wall and you know like that. Well, like kind of or like the spotlight, and she just.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we have any other questions from the?
I have questions.
What were your questions?
Well, we didn't ask Miles or Hamster what their favorite things and what their most difficult. things
Oh
were.
yeah. What was your favorite thing that you worked on for Cities Untold?
I already talked about miniatures. No. Honestly, this ornamentation up here was really fun. There was a ton of different paint schemes that we went through, different levels of weathering.
How many paint schemes do you think we generally go through on a piece? Like,
I mean, on a piece like that, I probably took at least 2 from the set and would paint them together so we could hopefully, look at them together and place them on one roof piece or something. And for that, I probably did at least 6 different paint schemes just to try
6
stuff out,
iterations.
slap, some stuff, be courageous, just throw it on so that we can look at it. Because sometimes you'd be surprised. Actually, with this one, I was kind of surprised. There were some that were my favorite when I was just under my lamp painting them. But then when you start putting them on the pieces, it has to be cohesive with the set, and we have 2 different roof colors. So that's the challenge, is like, how does it fit in the whole Venn diagram?
Does it work with the whole lineup? Does it work on the table?
Yeah,
Is it replicatable at the factory level?
right,
Well,
exactly.
what you said in there too is really telling. Like, be courageous, right?
Yeah.
Try an unexpected pass. Try something different. Try whatever. So that's 6 iterations on those 2 pieces times 200 pieces.
Right.
Or whatever. Like, yeah, it's a lot of. It's a lot.
I love bits like that, even like the bay window roof. Like, anytime you can do weathered metal is super fun, because there's a lot of simple techniques to get it done, but it's a really impactful result.
it's a lot of failing, right? We try a bunch of different things that don't necessarily work.
Right.
So you get some that do.
Yeah, the bay window roofs were kind of fun to batch paint because we had quite a few of them. And for the verdigris, I just slapped on a really thin wash and would literally just take a towel and wipe it off to leave just a very thin layer on a large batch of them.
And it worked.
So it's kind of unconventional, but I was just mopping wash off of it.
Same you were doing on your Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, for any mini painters that know streaking grime, I mean, that's just a household staple, right? Slap it on, wipe it off, and you have a perfect weathered miniature. And
The double high sets require new floors. We work on the case 3 floors. Double high sets, you just need the corner posts for them, but they work with the same floors.
We're missing a window.
You just need double high corner posts.
Where that window
Oh,
outside?
yeah.
Did it fall in? Maybe?
Somebody broke the window in.
What?
Someone broke in
Yeah, or broke out.
or broke out.
You never know.
The
broke
The
missing
bay
window
window
pane.
is missing it.
Got it.
Oh, it's.
So I'm multitasking.
Sorry.
Is there a Twitch stream schedule? There will be, yes. I think there is one currently.
There's one on the Kickstarter page.
Yeah.
Here.
Can you tell us about the secret bookcase? But then it wouldn't be a secret.
Oh man, we were so. Can we? We
The
had
what?
This, we had this grand plan to do a fun unveiling. So we showed. So Michelle engineered this wild secret door bookcase. Let me get the thing. Hey, it's better show than.
Alright, hamster, jokes.
Jokes?
Wow.
This is a good joke. This is my favorite joke he does. I love the random noise joke. It's the best one he's got. Shoot. Oh, kills me every time.
What did you talk about? A favorite thing?
Yeah, no, I did not. I mean, this is the first terrain Kickstarter I've been here for. So there was a lot of really cool parts. But this is the first time I was ever asked to build anything. So I got to do some alt builds for some of the districts. So that was a lot of fun to do. I had a great time doing that. In terms of my usual job of making prototypes and stuff, the main thing I got to do troubleshooting and problem solving on was probably putting the LED in the lamppost piece. So that was likely one of my more favorites, especially because the sculptor on it, she actually made when she did the 2 pieces for the post itself, she had a slot in it for the wires to go in for me, which made my life a lot easier. So that was delightful. It was incredible.
Yeah, having to draw those out from past experiences.
Yeah. And if
paint,
it's
so.
even when it's split in half, I can make a groove. Like I ended up widening the groove in a lot of them
Yeah.
with like chisels and stuff. But like having it there to start made it so much easier. So, but that was a fun piece to put together. And I loved I didn't really do anything for the bookshelf, but I loved making them because I love little tiny things mostly, especially like with moving parts. So I would just cast or try and cast a bunch of the bookshelves just to have them at my desk until the painters needed them because they made me happy.
Nice.
Michelle says the bookcase was her favorite part to sculpt.
It was it was so nice. I love that little guy.
So we were gonna have some grand reveal where like Michelle was gonna reveal it on stream, and we showed this thing on the anvil without revealing that it was a secret door. Right? We showed the thing. Miles had engineered it up. It was completely working, and we showed it as if it was one solid unit. And then with the grand plans that we were gonna like do his fun, cool live reveal, and then we ended up showing the video that had it without doing a grand reveal. We even we had a thing on the website that was going to be a hidden reveal for it, and that's laid plans.
If you did it on the website, it should be that you have to click a specific book.
Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And it has a different opening.
But look how you can't even tell that there's a thing in there.
Beautiful
that's
little piece.
That's
No,
wild.
it was masterfully
Here's the thing:
engineered.
is it a door hidden in a bookcase, or is it a doorway that you can put your books on?
Both. The latter. The former.
It's a
Yes.
ladder.
It's pretty
It's a
unassuming.
ladder.
Third option.
We need a ladder. It should have a ladder. One of the slidey ladders.
Yeah.
Everything's a ladder if you're brave enough.
It's a $8 million stretch goal, moving ladder for a wall of bookcases.
Oh, don't forget, Nate, you said that at 7 million we'd do modular ships.
They did where? When?
And then on the anvil.
Okay, well
Oh
that's
my
fair.
God.
I live with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna do it in this Kickstarter, but yeah, if we hit 7 million, absolutely, we'll put modular ships in the. I didn't say if it were spaceships or
Hey, there you go.
regular ships.
Wooden spaceships,
Right.
rustic wood.
Rustic wood spaceships.
Listen, then we're giving Treasure Planet vibes, and I love that. I'm a big Treasure Planet fan.
What Hamster and Miles? What was one of the biggest challenges you faced in Cities Untold?
Numbers. Sheer number of pieces needed.
Yeah.
How many pieces do you think you cast and molded? And
I mean, luckily, we brought someone in part time to help with some of the casting. But even with that, like I probably personally molded. I don't know. It was just a lot, especially of little fiddly pieces, especially things that came in multiples as well. Like because I need to cast 4 things for every lamppost. But I couldn't guess, partially because my brain's bad at numbers. But
That's a lot.
all of us.
yeah.
No, I hear you. Like when you see all the pieces needed at once, you kind of don't realize because like a single basic building or floor is just a floor with 4 walls and 4 corner posts for like one little thing, and that's like a baseline. So the number of pieces you need to like make something like this is just when you see it all in a batch that you have to paint.
Yeah. And we would think we have so many pieces. And then
You
we
feel
turn-
like you have a lot of
when we
pieces,
make a
and
build,
then you
and
make
it's like,
a build.
oh, where
yeah.
did they all go?
It's amazing which ones get absorbed by a build, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing you think you have more than enough of, you don't, and the thing that you didn't realize was going to be the bottleneck is suddenly like, wait, we need more.
Right. And I think
whatever.
that was part of the
Business.
challenge too, because if you think of the progression of Kickstarters over the last few years, we did Wildlands, where there's like a lot of really pretty plants that are super colorful. So when you're staring at a single piece and painting it, it's really pretty. And then we had Reliquaries, which were all flashy displays. And so here, I kind of had to keep in mind, like, the individual pieces in a vacuum, like, aren't the most exciting paint on their own, but it's what they can make together that like is the pizzazz. So there's a lot of wood walls. I'm dreaming in corny base wood and stucco, but then when you finally see it all together like this, it's like magic.
I like that you use pizzazz.
Yeah.
In the sentence.
We're almost at 700K.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
35 minutes, 700K. It's
What are we at
outrageous.
right now? I can't.
Let's
690.
Any giveaways today? Oh yeah, are we doing a giveaway today?
We should.
Sure.
All right.
Frontier
let me-
Outpost?
let
No,
me-
we're doing a
We'll give away a Frontier Outpost.
Hey,
yeah,
it's a
is there-
spaceship.
a
It's modular.
spaceship.
I completely forgot about it for today. Yeah, let's.
A what?
let me
A
get
face
stuff
ship?
set up.
A face ship. The best.
Yeah, I just see a comment that's like, oh, we talking about how we need so many pieces for a build. It's mostly like the demands of the Kickstarter to promote the
Yeah.
different size builds, and we have sets that can like do really cool stuff with a really limited number of pieces. Is this mostly like being prepared for the Kickstarter? We're like, oh, we're in good shape, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, we have this whole mountain of stuff for the Kickstarter, right?
We want 2 district level builds at once, and we need to hand cast and paint all of the
All of
pieces
them.
for that. Yeah.
Sorry if I missed it. What's the expected time of delivery?
Roughly 12 months from when we close. So is that March? So April of 2024. I'm looking at Sil like it's you're responsible for the delivery. Well, you're the number. Like you'll remember fun. You good with numbers? April 2024. I think, what do we say on the thing?
In the pledge manager on the microsite, if I type in shipping to Europe, it only calculates shipping costs, not taxes. Will this be different from the other Kickstarters so far?
Oh, there is
I don't know the
something.
answer to that.
Oh, new stretch goals are up. What's up?
These stretch goals are up?
Okay. no, someone said that.
Apparently, the current one stops at 800K, and so they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it
gonna
should
need
be
another
up
one.
now.
Okay.
There's something different with the shipping and taxes. I can't remember. Jay was dealing with all. Some of the countries you'll have to pay. It's based on the courier. Some countries you'll have to pay the courier when it arrives. The other ones you can prepay up front. It should tell you. You can email us if you need a specific breakdown. I think it'll tell you in the pledge builder. I cannot remember. All right, there should be new stretch goals up if someone can check. And it has a link that works. Oh, Jay is watching and can tell us right now.
720.
Beautiful. Is he is Jay's Twitch account Bender is great? I
Yep.
would love that.
Everyone will pay their local rates. For example, VAT for their country. Most will pay in the pledge manager.
Okay.
It's really it's wild how many different ways to deliver. Shipping internationally. There's a lot of different rules for a lot of different places. Some will pay the courier at delivery. This feels like a haiku.
There's so much. I'm trying to keep track of everything going on Slack and Twitch.
Yeah, you stay on
Forget this word at
Twitch.
this point,
Well,
yeah.
I got the Slack.
Do we need? What are you thinking? Like a $50 pledge manager
Yeah,
credit giveaway?
yeah.
Okay. What's a good word for that? We need a word for the giveaway.
You know who's good at words? Letitia.
I don't know if Letitia might be a little busy.
She's working.
She might be a little busy.
How Michelle?
How about Michelle? All right. All right, Michelle, give us the goods.
Jay says we're stuck with the procedures for every country, and some are easy to ship with prepaid taxes, and some are not. So basically, we can't control it all. It's based on where it's shipping and which delivery service. So.
Everybody's just saying to use Colt.
Cold. What? Did I miss something? Or
Cities
Untold,
Untold,
Lowtown.
Lowtown.
oh, yep. Okay, yeah. Right, right. my bad.
I like Colt Classic.
Colt Classic.
Yeah.
But it's really because there's a colon in there. Plus Lowtown
All right,
is one
Michelle
word, so
wants
it's really
Michelle
cool.
wants secret
Colt.
Colt. So I'm
Colt.
gonna put
Secret
that in real
Colt.
quick. All right, the word is secret Colt, all one word. If you want a chance to win $50 for the pledge manager, type in secret Colt. We'll roll it in a couple minutes, and then I'm just gonna keep a list of everybody's emails. I'll get your email
Why is everyone
for your
just
pledge
saying
manager
secret
account, and then
Colt?
we'll after the campaign when we open the
Yes.
pledge manager, I'll make sure your credit gets applied.
Secret code.
All right. Well, if you had a question or anything you needed us to answer before this, the
It's
chat is now
gone.
destroyed.
Just-
So wait until all the secret cult posting from the 273 people watching is
I
done.
just wanna ask
If
questions.
I had a nickel every time I had to wait for the secret
Yeah.
secret cult posting to stop, I'd have one nickel, but it's still weird.
You'd have a nickel.
It's weird that it ever happened.
Yeah.
Man, okay. 730K.
Woo!
Yay!
And in 40 minutes.
Yes.
That's outrageous.
Yes.
You
yes,
guys
yes.
are the best.
Yes. And this is with a lot of people not actually being available
cap sensitive?
today because of.
No.
It's not cap sensitive.
Okay,
just,
cool.
just throw it in there. Not cap sensitive. Doesn't matter if you use it in a sentence. As long as
you're part of the secret
technical
cult.
letters for secret cult appear next to each other, you're good.
The technical
Um,
letters.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's also like Super Bowl today, so there's a lot of people who were saying like, oh, I'll need to check like later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Join in.
we're gonna have that boost.
Woo!
Hey guys, have you heard of the secret cult?
Yeah.
Do other gift cards work in the Pledge Manager? Yes. You'll just need to contact customer service and they can set it up for you. They'll have to set it up manually, but if you have gift cards for the web store, we will be able to apply it to the Pledge Manager for you once it's open. You'll just need to contact customer support for it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
What else? We got another 19 minutes before we wrap this thing up. What else? What else do people want to? Oh.
Yeah, and then we'll just be back onto like buttoning things up that we missed or whatever. It would be nice to get a prancing pony style huge tavern building with your existing tavern stuff.
Ogre from Germany said they got #1.
Amazing, dude. Ogre's been a long time.
Like resin.
Nice.
I think one of their builds was in the anniversary game.
They.
I think they're the ones that did the Cult of the Snake.
This is awesome,
God.
Ace. Thank you for sharing. They also said so many videos, no more Netflix, Disney, or Amazon Prime. This is enough for the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
And there's more. There's more.
So what did they say they wanted to see in the next 18 minutes?
Oh, that's a
Song
great
dance?
question. What's the max dollar amount for Kickstarter? 10K. Kickstarter won't let you go above 10K, but in Pledge Builder in Pledge Manager you can go above 10K. But Kickstarter caps your pledge at 10K.
Wild.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start rolling out some of these. Everything went live that's supposed to go live, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay.
Speed build competition.
Speed build. Well, and funny enough, Tuesday night is the build jam.
Yes, it is.
What's gonna be happening in the jam?
Tuesday afternoon in the Build Jam. Since it's on Valentine's Day, we're gonna do a special dating show themed Build Jam. You're gonna call it.
Tell.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Bachelor and Dwarvenite. So it's gonna have a lot of little whatever dating show touches we can add to it in like the 48 hours I have to get this ready.
What does the winner get?
We got a few.
prepped.
Yeah, we got some props. We got some props, and so yeah, there'll be like some confessionals. We'll be giving out some roses, all that stuff, all that jam. So it should be fun. Tomorrow night we're gonna be doing just a Q&A demo stream. We're gonna do a number of those throughout where like we have no agenda outside of just hey, we've got all the pieces here. What do you want to see? Like what is it that you have questions about and everything? And we'll just be like throwing stuff together, maybe getting inspiration
Hey,
for some
500
builds.
backers.
500 backers.
Woo! Woo! At 750K. So do the math on that.
That's
All right.
I think it's an higher average pledge than we had for Wildlands.
It's ire, all right.
That's ire.
Ire.
I think it's a higher average pledge level than we had for Wildlands.
It's
I think
unbelievable.
Wildlands were around 1,000. This is 1.5K as the average, around there.
This has got to be a 2.5, right? 500K. 500 backers gets it 750K.
Well, because it's adding then 250 on top of the 500, which is half of it'd be like a 1.5 thousand
Oh, right,
average
yeah.
pledge.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Well, this is right. Yeah, so this is currently a higher average pledge. We'll see if that holds up throughout the day. Because all the big boys jump in right away, I'm sure.
All the big boys.
All the big boys.
Hey, be like
The big boys.
Shout out to the big boys.
The big boys.
Yeah.
tomorrow's giveaway phrase, the big boys.
Yeah.
Hamster, did you say what your biggest challenge?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that because I was talking a little bit about the paint, and what was really fun was how do you do ramshackle and weathered and kind of falling apart and still add interest and like, you know, diversity in the colors, especially with wood. So, you know, we finally came out with the railings. There's a little bit different because the baseline is the walls and the corner posts and everything, right? So that's sort of like our baseline wood color, but then we took the opportunities to kind of zhuzh up some different types of wood in the accents on the cross beams and the rosettes, and the railings are a slightly different wood. The bridge is a slightly different wood, but it's all like a desaturated palette that still lends itself to the ramshackle aesthetic. And that's why we also spent a lot of time on the roofs, because especially when you're like looking down at the table, you know, it's like one of the first things you see, like from the top down, right? So I loved working on the dark roofs because it lives in that super ramshackle world, but I think Aaron just nailed the green roofs because it adds just enough color to add interest. But in, you know, relative to an entire build, the majority is like still the super duper ramshackle, and it's just the perfect accent on top of it.
And it has to work with the existing terracotta roofs
Yes,
the slate roofs.
Making
and so,
it
like,
backward compatible was also, there's a lot of factors that go into it, and I'm really happy, especially with those roofs. Like they just nail all the points.
It's gonna be really fun to do a big full city build using all of the original city builder plus all the new stuff in one place and show like the full diversity.
Yeah.
Miles and Toby are like, oh yes, city.
Yeah. Can't wait for the, you know, the cross-compatible build.
It's gonna be bonkers.
Yeah.
I'm very, 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 very excited. Woo! What do the people want, Chris?
What do they want?
Why are you giggling?
Are the terrain trays gridded? Or, it's all ungridded.
We as much as we really enjoyed grids, we had some challenges producing them reliably. So we are ungridded for here on out. Oh no!
Integration possibilities for wildlands, trees, and foliage. We don't have any like planters in this one.
No, Hightown. We had some fun stuff planned, but it's gonna be split. So we originally conceived we were gonna do both Hightown and Lowtown in one Kickstarter. Can you imagine? Yeah, no. Yeah, we
Only in my nightmare.
we would not be standing. So we broke it into two, and those are going to be that the Wildlands greenery compatibility stuff is going to go into Hightown. We have some grass as well as like some tree stuff that could be fun.
What I will say is like though the Lowtown stuff, like putting Wildlands into like a Lowtown build could be potentially difficult. Putting like any of the Lowtown buildings and stuff into a Wildlands build looks amazing.
Plus you can
It's
do-
so
yeah.
good.
You can do cool things like a tree house kind of things if you
Yep.
like with the
Or like
scaffold.
along the mountains, or
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
looks so good.
I will say
We've got
if
the
you're-
ivy facades
Yeah,
too, which
ivy
help.
there.
So you can pop that on your buildings.
Are the wooden parquet floors in this Kickstarter or Hightown?
In about
This
200K,
one.
they'll be in this one.
They're probably getting unlocked today. They're definitely yeah.
Yeah, at 1 million parquet floors unlock,
Wait,
and with it
775.
With it,
Yeah.
some new landmarks and districts.
two new landmarks and one new district. Midtown Merchants, the Old Time Inn, and Market Square.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of fancy
More
wood places coming up.
more videos.
More videos.
I did the alt build for Market Square. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun set of pieces to play with. I
Miles
can say that
and-
from experience.
Miles and Toby did alt builds for a whole bunch of these districts and landmarks. And
All of them,
Hamster, you did
actually.
Hamster did one. He did Warfield Village.
What is this?
He's a
Man,
war guy.
Warfield. Is it just cities? Hang on.
Yeah, there's
I'm
some
gonna roll
goofy
this. I'm
stuff.
gonna roll this.
Yeah, roll
hey,
it.
If you haven't, if you haven't entered, I'm gonna give you like a
Join the cult.
30-second test up. If you have not typed secret cult in yet, all one word, secret cult, for a chance to win $50 for the pledge manager, do it now. I'm gonna roll it in like 30 seconds. Okay, cool. Thank you, Finley. I couldn't remember if I went to the microsite or the Kickstarter page directly. Cool.
Secret cult, 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 secret cult, 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 secret cult, secret cult.
Who wins?
Oh,
We all win in the secret.
Dragos!
Hey!
Hey!
Congratulations.
Hey!
One of
Dragos
my
von Dragos.
one of my favorite Dragos moments was at Gen Con when he rolled up wearing the light puck on his chest like Iron Man.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that
cool.
was awesome.
Classic Dragos moment.
It's amazing.
That'd be great with the eye, animated eye that I did. That'd be so good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
for-
light bulb?
Yep.
I wanna see.
Yeah.
I have it
Classic
programmed.
Miles. All right, so we got 10 minutes left. What do the people want besides to give away what you did?
Free pieces.
Oh,
Oh, no?
I mean, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, mark down that. Let's keep track of all that. Let's see. It's not letting me raise my pledge over 7799. Max amount of adage over 6. It's not letting me go to 10K. It's capping at 7800. At least it's under. At least our triple district pledge isn't over what it's letting you do.
Wow, it used to be 10K. If that really is, there's no way around it that I know of other than making a second account.
Yeah, if
And the pledge manager has no limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might need to wait until pledge manager to add more then.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought Kickstarter capped at 10K. If they lowered it for some reason,
Let's
that's
ask
odd.
Jay to bang on the door and change.
Yeah.
Can you
Go
explain
kick down the door, Jay?
Can you explain the chess stretch goals?
Yes.
Will we get to see videos on painting? We're gonna do at least one painting stream. We don't want to make like paint guide videos until we know for a fact like what the factory's doing paint wise, because we don't want to give you information that gets outdated.
But there will be paint videos for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes,
I-
we'll have paint videos before you actually get the pieces.
Also, you can tune in and watch Hamster and Friends paint every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Eastern, and Nate mentioned alt schemes earlier in the stream, so it might be fun to do some alternate
Yeah.
roofs or something. Or we were talking about how to do different types of wood, so maybe there were some samples early on. Like I said, paint bravely at the beginning in the dream phase. There's a lot of weathering, a lot of moss and gunk on the walls, so maybe we can do some of that.
So regarding the treasure chests, so the way it works is, and this was based on feedback we got from many of our Kickstarters, but specifically from Wildlands, where we're trying to figure out how to get everybody involved. You get stretch goals based on the total amount of your pledge, and it's the total at the end of Pledge Manager, not including shipping and taxes. So everything other than shipping and taxes. So your combination of both your Kickstarter pledge plus anything, if you add anything in Pledge Manager, all that total, whatever that is, you get for every complete $500 that you pledge, every $500 increment, you get a small treasure chest. And in addition, for every $2,000 increment, you get one large treasure chest. So if you pledge $1,000, you get 2 small chests. If you pledge $2,000, you get 4 small chests and 1 large. It keeps going up from there. And then of those chests, you get to choose. We have 6 different small chests and 3 different large chests. So there's wood core pieces, which is like will be floors and corner posts and walls. We have wood character pieces, which are more of the interesting shapes. We have fieldstone core pieces, which are the same as wood core pieces except fieldstone. We have Lowtown dressing. We have the biscuit hole fillers, right? If you want to have lots of extra options to fill in all the biscuit holes on the sides of your buildings. We have a treasure chest that's just full of that, and then we have cosmetic corner posts. If you want to dress up the exposed sides of your corner posts, it'll be mostly fillers for that. And then the large ones we have, wood core, wood character, and Lowtown dressing. And the large ones will be, it's all different, or mostly it's like 90% different pieces. Like the wood core large chest will also have corner posts. Same as the small, but generally the large ones will have different pieces than the small ones, so there's good variety, and there'll be a lot of stuff in the large ones. And then in addition, as if that's not enough choice, so you're already picking from six flavors of small and 3 flavors of large, you can choose painted or unpainted. So it doesn't matter what you're getting the rest of your pledge, you can choose, and that you can mix and match. So you could say, hey, I'm getting 4 small chests. I want 2 of them painted, 2 of them unpainted. The advantage to unpainted ones is they will have additional quantities of the same pieces. Generally, but not always, they have about twice as many pieces. It's not 100%, but most of the pieces in the pack will be almost doubled in the unpainted. So you could get your whole pledge painted and then choose your stretch goals unpainted to get some fun dressing and paint or whatever, however you want. You can fine tune your pledge for the pieces you're excited for. Because we don't know what people are going to pledge for. You might get all fieldstone, you might get all wood, you might get all roofs, you might get a mix of everything, you might want more building, whatever. So we're trying to give you as much flexibility as possible and everybody gets to participate. Does that make sense? Is that exciting? Woo-hoo! Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Woo!
Difference between landmarks and districts. In a lot of ways, landmarks and districts are the same deal, where they are essentially sample builds that are made up of combinations of existing component sets that you can all get like individually if you want, if you're building your own pledge. It's just that landmarks are at a lower price point and they are meant to be like a locale. Like it's like one building or 2 buildings generally, like a smaller like one location. Districts are meant to be basically entire neighborhoods.
And they have a
Or a
bundle.
very big building.
One big. They have a discount, right? So you get a discount if you bought all the component packs, component sets to make a landmark. It would cost you $20 more than if you buy it as a landmark or something. I don't know I'm making up what the exact discount is, but it's slightly different for each one. But there is a bundle discount, and the more you get, the more the discount. So a district has a bigger discount than a landmark, and then if you get double district, you get an even bigger discount on top of that. And it goes up and up and up. Oh. What else do the people want?
What other stuff was there?
What do the people want?
So for the chests, does that mean at 2,000 pledge you get 4 small chests and 1 large? Yes. Yeah. It's all cumulative, and when you hit like the 2,000, you still get a small chest along with your large chest. So if you pledge 2K, 4 small chests, 1 large chest. And you will select those at the end of the pledge manager process, basically, because it will factor in what you've spent by the end of the pledge manager. Let's see.
What else? We're gonna wrap it up in like
Did
3 to 5
Tudor
minutes.
get a remastered 4x4s that being replaced by the new wood floor? Basically, the new wood floors just kind of work with Tudor. If we do remaster any Tudor stuff, it'll be in Hightown. The way that we're doing Fieldstone.
Tudor's
in
gonna
Lowtown.
wait till Hightown.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna have anything outside of Fieldstone and wood in Lowtown.
Yeah. Let's
Because
see.
you gotta leave some room for Hightown.
Yes.
Hightown. Plus Tudors seem fancy. Right?
Man, what else was there? Yeah, Tudor feels like it would be in a more high-end area.
No.
Let's see. What else do we want to cover? We're about to cross 800K. Man, I'm trying to keep track of everything. There's so much. Is it sending in 2 minutes? I think so. Did the food get
Yeah.
here?
Food's here?
No.
No?
Oh.
Okay, I just saw you run off, so I wasn't sure if the food.
Different delivery guy.
Different delivery.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Is the weed guy.
Is it, some, is it, is it,
Don't worry about this delivery.
is it still something we should end the stream for?
Sure.
Well, we're, is there anything intensely urgent?
Is there
Video
any?
for this set on the microsite isn't working, so it's unavailable. District Warfield Village. Okay, cool. I will check
What's
real
not working?
quick. Apparently, the Warfield Village video also isn't working on the.
No.
The good news is all the videos are on our YouTube page.
Oh, okay, it was on our
Right.
end.
So you can
Okay, it should be Warfield Village should be working now.
you can always go to our YouTube page to check out all of the latest quality content from us, Dwarven Forge.
And then as far as like stretch goal stuff goes, people are saying though we don't see the stretch goals yet. Odds are probably the pledges went faster than.
Odds
we
are, I
keep
can
up with.
guarantee you.
Yeah. So just give us a little bit of time to roll out all these updates manually.
Holy moly.
Basically, once the stream ends, basically what we're doing, what I'm doing, we're gonna be then like kind of getting to work on like updating all this stuff on the, and we'll have an update on the Kickstarter later today with a lot of information and updates and stuff. We have to manually update a lot of stuff every time we break stretch goals, basically. So
Because
just give them a little bit of time. This
Kickstarter
first,
doesn't have any automated support for stretch goals. It's been like, what,
Yeah.
15 years and they haven't actually changed anything on their platform, unlike other competitor platforms out there, which are doing it much better. So we have to do everything manually.
yes.
So bear with us. So what our general MO is, we are going to we will send a daily update every day around 6 p.m. We won't always be precisely at 6 p.m. Sometimes we'll be a little late, but generally 6. Sometimes it'll get a little closer to 7. But generally we'll send an update every day at 6 p.m. We will also do a graphic update every day at 6 p.m. Also, I don't remember exactly what the time is. If Letitia's still here, she can confirm. We're going to have a graphic update sometime in the morning at like 10 or 11 also. So there'll be like 2 sort of guaranteed times during the day when we'll have the graphics updated. But if things are like cruising along in the middle of the day, just be patient that the graphics haven't updated. It doesn't mean it hasn't happened. It's just we're people and have to do it manually. So
Yes.
we will we'll have something. Morning graphic update, 6 p.m. graphic update,
Yeah.
6 p.m. Kickstarter update.
Hey, 806K.
Yay!
Oh.
Let's end on a high note.
You mean the weed delivery?
Yeah. That was awesome.
That's not actually what happened. Don't tell our moms. That's not actually what it is.
My mom's here.
Your mom's
Hi,
here?
Mom. I don't know.
Hey,
She sent the
there's
weed.
news.
She's the weed.
Yeah.
The pledge bundle breakdowns and the pledge builder don't seem to have everything. Is that intentional? Probably a mistake. We'll look into that.
If there's something missing, put it in Discord. Do you have a channel in Discord to wrap up all the...
Actually, yeah. Let me make a channel in there real quick. I'll do that right now.
Yeah. So if you spot stuff like that, there's something that's missing, let us know so then we can get any tags that are missing or whatnot. This is great.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make a Lowtown suggestions channel basically. That should be live now, and I'll just say like if you see any bugs or anything, put it in here. There are any issues you notice, or you have a request for specific fur.
Why don't we do that afterwards?
No!
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We really appreciate the support. This is unbelievable launch.
Thank you, Merc. The first post in Lowtown Suggestions is modular ships. Thank you, Merc.
As soon as you
Best.
said that's what it was called, I was waiting for it. Like,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. You can do your sign off.
Let's go.
get
That's
out.
it.
Let's
That's
get
it.
out
Thank
of
you,
here.
everybody.
That was
We
it?
will,
We already did it?
we'll
All
be
right,
back
beautiful.
tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we'll be in the comments.
8:20.
Updates.
Woo!
Off we go.
Plays up.
8:20.
Woo! Thanks, everybody. Good night.
All right.
Woo!
Good night, everybody.
Good day, whatever, afternoon.
Good day.
That or that? Which one? Yeah.
Good afternoon.
you did this. Someone's